YouTube.com/official MLG SC2, your source for everything that we produce, everything that we show to you guys here live on stream in full 1080p HD. If you miss any games, go there right now, and if you feel like it, subscribe. I'm axeltoss, joined by axslav, bringing you commentary of MKP versus herO, a best of 5 in the finals of the MLG Winter Exhibition Tournament involving the 16 losers of the Winter Championship event, the round 1 losers, I should say, all thrown back into a bracket, and of course, winner taking home $1,000, second place getting $500. Currently, MKP is up 1-0, showing, you know what, herO, you're cute with your little Pro League stuff. It makes me giggle sometimes when I see you in the ace and win, but I have a unit called the Marine. That's all I'm going to make, and I'm going to beat you.
That's exact. Actually, yeah, he did just make Marines and SCVs.
He did, literally. That's all he made.
I think he might have had a Marauder in production at the end.
Maybe.
Maybe like one starting to be thought about being produced, but basically just Marines did it in.
Yeah.
There's no way he'll do the same game 2. I will. There's no way. It's not gonna happen. But we'll wait and see. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Let's jump into a game number 2 on Neo Planet S. Can herO get his revenge here? Because that was honestly, that's that type of loss that gets in your head. Like,
yeah.
My opponent's using just like 6 racks and Marines to beat me. Like, come on. Like, does he really think I'm that kid on the street he can just push around? And apparently, MarineKing thought he was. And in game 2, herO's going to be looking out to say, no, you know, I'm a contender. I'm going to show you I'm not that easy.
Here we are in game 2 of the MLG Winter Exhibition Final. In the top right-hand location, we have your Red Terran player who is currently up 1-0. Making pretty much exclusively Marines in game number 1 to take out his opponent. Can he continue his winning ways? He has yet to lose since round 1 of this tournament. He is MarineKing Prime. His opponent in the bottom left-hand location is the blue Protoss player from Team CJ Entis. I think he has yet to drop a game in this tournament, except for the one he just dropped. Can he turn things around?
He dropped one to Sase.
You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Second.
He's only lost 2 games in this tournament so far.
He'd only lost one before the
right.
Yeah.
He's really good at StarCraft too.
He is. He is.
He is herO. Considered the ace, I would say, for CJ Entis. Definitely on many a person's fantasy team, I would go
including
so far
yourself?
as to say. Yeah.
If I believe so.
He's on my Team Liquid draft one. He's not on my my Team Liquid, the standard one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I have Flash and Sulky are my top 2 on that.
Flash is always a good pick for a fantasy team. I don't see how you could, like...
I traded herO for him this week.
That's a tough call.
Yeah.
But you know, I always side with picking a Terran.
I know, that's true.
That's just me.
And Flash might be considered more than just a Terran, but...
Oh yeah, he's...
MarineKing might also.
Look at this!
I told you.
MarineKing 2 barracks!
What did I say?
Well, I mean, it's not the same play the last game.
I know, but
he's
nothing but Marines is my point.
If he plays his whole series and nothing
making only Marines,
I
would like. I don't know what I'd do.
You know, we saw Thorzane try this opening against Creator, and it didn't work out that well.
No, because didn't the Mothership Core come out?
What? Third? What is he? He's actually. This isn't just like a Marine pressure into expand. This is.
No.
This is going to be an all-in. Like it's.
It might be off the same number of barracks as. How many barracks did he get in game?
6.
Okay, not that many.
Oh, you can do 6 off one base.
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
Okay, I thought it was 5.
No, if you stop pro production, you can do 6.
Okay.
So but you have to be fully saturated. So you have to go. You can't go to 16 probes and minerals. You have to go all the way up to about 20 to 24, somewhere in that zone, and then you can actually support 6.
We're already seeing some changes here from herO. Going to be marching a Zealot across the map. Of course, Neo Planet S is one of the smaller maps in the map pool, so builds are generally going to be changing up a bit. It's also a bit harder to take a 3rd base.
I want to see him build a 4th barracks at the bottom here with his SCV. Just like, why not?
Could happen. Though I feel like whenever he does this, he's always going to build a command center behind it, but I might be proven wrong.
It could be.
Because I thought he would like make SUVs and stuff. Oh, seeing that many Marines.
Yeah, 5 Marines at the 430 mark.
Yeah.
I mean, herO's got to be suspicious. No, 4 is believable. 4 is, if they did non-stop production from one barracks, 4 is believable. 5, but you know, actually, he never got vision, so all he saw was getting shot.
Yeah.
So actually, I mean, can you really tell exactly? Yeah.
He should know.
Yeah, 100%.
And he could just try to micro the Stalker back all the way.
No Mothership Core has been built yet.
He used the gas on the Sentry.
That's right. He will have a Sentry out, so it's not like he'll lose his main, because he can use Force Fields and he'll get up in time to warp in more units. But he may end up having to give up that natural. And if MarineKing can get bunkers set up, he can contain them. So this is where it's a really tough choice for herO. Does he, if MarineKing starts building bunkers, right? The Stalker can pick the Marines, but it won't be to kill them before the bunkers get up. And then once the bunkers get up, the Nexus is going to die. So does he let the Nexus die, or does he, at some point before the bunker is complete, try to pull a bunch of SCVs?
He's got two Zealots, or two Stalkers, a Zealot, and a Sentry. The Sentry about 20 energy
he got
away
one of the SCVs.
From Guardian Shield. One SCV is still alive, going to resume production onto that bunker. Nexus is not going to get canceled here, so herO is kind of investing a lot into this one Stalker. Very low in health here from MarineKing. Still nothing but Marines in that production tab. Going to continue microing with Zealot coming forward. There's the Guardian Shield from the Sentry, allowing the +2 armor on those units. The Sentry being targeted down now, and that's going to go with a bunker. It's going to get finished.
It is, but there's very few Marines left. Only 3 Marines left getting in the bunker. Of course, more and more are coming. Now he pulls SCV. Now he pulls probes. I think he's just gonna have them. He's gonna try to muscle down the bunker.
Power it down.
Yeah.
Targeting it down with absolutely everything. SCV desperately trying to repair herO, losing a significant amount of probes here. Marine's gonna start targeting down the Mothership Core, taking down so many probes at this point in time, and gonna be evacuating from that bunker. It's staying alive for a little bit longer, but more probes are going to fall. A total of 13 have been killed by MarineKing, but the Nexus remains alive.
It does. There's no way the Nexus will die. Mothership Core should stay alive long enough. Stalkers are out here. They can micro around it and get rid of the Marines. I'm a little surprised there. He waited until the bunker completed to pull the probes. Typically what you do is when it's about halfway done, you pull the probes, or you try to focus down those SCVs. He got one of them. The second one got that bunker up, and I think he took a lot more damage than ideally he would have wanted to. Still, though, it's an interesting game. Worker counts are relatively even, but MarineKing's command center still has to turn to orbital before it can start constructing those SCVs. And herO has better tech, right? herO has Warp Gate done, he has Robotics Facility done, he has the Mothership Core out, whereas MarineKing is still on just Marines. Although, I mean, they're MarineKing Marines, so.
Right. Of course, just Marines won in the last game. No, but he has Stim on the way as well. He's starting to make a Marauder. Nice micro here from herO. The Stalker's alive bunker finally going to finish up. Also adding on an Engineering Bay, an interesting choice there. Hasn't decided to upgrade anything from that yet. There we go, +1 just now on the way. So prioritizing upgrades at this point in the game. Wants to make those bio units that much stronger. Behind this herO, adding on 2 additional gateways here, just a safety measure, of course. 3 gateways is a general rule to have while you're progressing into, you know, your Forge, your Twilight Council, your Robo, your Colossi. Just a safety amount of gateways at this point. Look for him to add on more after he gets the additional tech down.
I'm not sure who the opening favors. I feel like I want to say herO slightly, but I'm not actually sure because he doesn't have sentries, right? So. Oh, he has 2, sorry, but he doesn't have a lot of sentries. He lost some gas tech there. But MarineKing effectively lost a ton of gas tech by, you know, delaying his tech by so much. Yeah. So it's a very tough call. 13 probes, but MarineKing lost, you know, he lost the 2 SCVs, and of course his expansion was very, very late.
Units lost is pretty much essentially identical. Here we're going to be poking in here into the natural expansion with this observer, trying to find out what's going on. Behind this, doing the exact same thing he did in the last game as far as tech is concerned. He's got a Warp Prism on the way, Robotics Bay about to finish, so definitely going to be looking to utilize, you know, the just size of the main base here. Might try to drop in the back where it's currently dark right now. For MarineKing, and that could be a great way to get some economic damage done. I'm
really interested to see what he does with that Warp Prism, because we saw him go for that last game. Of course, last game he didn't get a chance to utilize that Warp Prism, of course, because MarineKing did that insane attack there. But double Forge, you know, Colossi Tech, Warp Prism, is he just going to warp in like a single Zealot and poking him or a couple Zealots and try to harass the mineral line there?
I think ideally you can get a few Zealots into your opponent's main right around when that timing happens, when the Marines, Marauders, and Medevacs
and then all they have is rally, right?
And this forces them to make a decision. Okay, how much is my opponent investing into this? Should I pull back my Marines and Marauders to deal with this drop? How much am I willing to lose? Am I okay losing some SCVs? Do I have a timing here where I could do some damage, considering he has units in my base? There's a lot of things that are going to go through MarineKing's mind here, but for now, it looks like herO getting that Colossus on the field, which might discourage MarineKing from pressing in here.
He has several force fields. He has a Colossus. He has Mothership Core at 200 energy. I don't see any way MarineKing can really kill herO here. The question is can he contain him, take a 3rd base? Can he get a cost-efficient trade? Remember, MarineKing went up to 5 barracks this game before a 3rd base, which is a pretty significant commitment So he's going to look to get a couple engagements. Maybe not kill herO, but maybe elevator units into the main, pick off some key units, get a good cost-efficient engagement. Oh, he's pushing in here. 2 force fields go down.
Yeah,
and no stem.
Delaying
nice
a little
patience.
bit. Marines and Marauders not going in just yet. War Prism going to be dropping into his opponent's main base, going to be dropping in the middle line. Meanwhile, here comes MarineKing going straight for that natural expansion. Mothership Core is going to deploy Photon Overcharge onto the Nexus, and the Colossi are very strong in this situation. MarineKing is forced to back up. Meanwhile, lots of damage done being done here in the main base of MarineKing.
It is. MarineKing's taking so much damage, but he's pushing through at the front here. Force fields go down. One Colossus still alive. Actually, I think herO's going to be fine.
herO might have overextended a little bit.
Maybe.
He lost a Colossus. He only has 1 Colossus and 2 Stalkers left. He lost his Mothership Core too, I think.
He did. But he did get a Photon Overcharge off first. But MarineKing's going to avoid the Photon Overcharge, dropping straight into the main. Significant warp in there. I think herO's going to... Yeah, herO stabilized. He's pushing MarineKing back. MarineKing, he's stabilized too. I mean, these Zealots aren't gonna last too long. The Warp Prism should probably leave.
It should.
And I kind of just
feel like it's
I feel
following
like
an SCV.
Yeah, it's on a follow commander on SCV.
He's trying to pick up an SCV and bring it home with him.
That would be awesome.
He's trying to convert him, man.
Imagine
the Marauders can't shoot up, which is... I think MKB realizes, he's like, what are you doing, man? Leave him alone. He didn't ask for that. Marauders wishing they could shoot up, but they can't.
Yeah. Probably the SCV filed a restraining order on Warp Prism. The
like,
Marine Police came in.
Please make him stop following me.
Got a little bit afraid there.
All right, so another interesting little exchange. And this is kind of like we're trying to make decisions here based on...
I feel herO got the upper hand, though.
Yeah, he still got this Colossi. Resources loss is in hero's favor.
He killed a lot of SCVs, though, and he lost 0 probes.
Yeah.
And also, you know what else is really important here? MarineKing has been sacrificing a lot of tech, right? He never built an armory. He's still just on 1-1. And herO's working on 2-2. 2-2 is like 3/4 of the way done. So MarineKing knowing this, MarineKing is intentionally not making an army because he wants to end the game. But can he do it? He's moving out across map now. He's in factory, high ground vision. 3 Colossi with range. He's got to get something done now. There's no Photon Overcharge, only a single sentry.
Here comes the stim from MarineKing charging forward, but so many Colossi in the back. Only 1 Viking here. Actually, 2, now 1. The Vikings getting targeted down. MarineKing trying to take care of the Colossus. The Stalker's doing a great job tanking a little bit of damage here, enabling the Colossi to do his ridiculous amounts of damage, but the Marauder's going to be stimming forward, targeting down that Colossus. He's trying to micro that away, but it goes down. MarineKing up 94 to 69 in supply. Mothership Core deploying the Photon Overcharge, and it looks like herO is going to barely hold this off, thanks to that Mothership Core and the Photon Overcharge.
He held it off, but MarineKing got what he was looking for. Very cost-efficient trade. Units lost now vastly in MarineKing's favor. If the Protoss ends up going against the Terran head-to-head with no storms or force fields, even with 2-2 upgrades, the Terran is going to come out ahead there because there's that lack of energy units. So MarineKing got himself back in the game with that great trade here. We can see he's now up 25 food, but of course he's still behind in upgrades, and he still doesn't have an armory, so he's going to stay behind upgrades for a long time.
Medevac's picking up, but herO has identified this. He has the Observer there.
Yeah, he has Blink too.
Taking down to Medevac. MarineKing dropping on the low ground, still able to see up to the high ground, so able to do a little bit more damage.
And meanwhile, while herO's defending at home, he's not just being passive. The Zealot counterattack. MarineKing has to run his few remaining SCVs over to the natural, losing more mine time, but MarineKing's pushing into the natural. Probes have to be pulled.
Oh, a lot of probes going down. The Colossus staying safely in the back. MarineKing trying to get that key damage done. His main base is essentially going to be forfeit here. Too many units back there to be able to deal with. MarineKing is still up in supply, though. 87 to 65. War Prism looks like it is going to pick up the Zealots, go straight to the natural expansion, looking for more SCVs, and herO able to clean up the force at his natural expansion. MarineKing still has that supply lead. 87 to 63, desperately trying to deal with all of these Zealots in his main base.
And look at that. War Prism picking up 3 Zeals, getting out of there, trying to preserve some lives as well as take the lives of those SCVs.
Look at that Harvesters, just like that, man.
Yeah.
Workers killed is pretty much equalized.
They've both been. I mean, and that was a big move by MarineKing, moving into natural. It's yes, herO pushing back again, but MarineKing killed a lot of probes with that last push. And I mean, he had killed very little. He only killed a 13 at the start. He didn't kill any with his next move out, but this most recent one, a lot of probes went down, and that's going to put herO on the back foot. One important thing to remember, yes, herO has the upgrade advantage. Yes, you could say it's a tech advantage with all those Colossi out and only 1 Viking in play here, but one very important thing to consider is they've both been on 2 base for a very long time, right? This is 19-minute marks. No one's taking the third. MarineKing, when his base is mined out, he can just move those command centers over.
Yeah.
herO will have to save up
Invest
400 minerals.
And then wait for the Nexus to finish.
Yes, and you know, 400 minerals is not like an insane investment in a normal game, but in a very scrappy, you know, bloodthirsty game like this one, where workers and units are dying left and right, 4 less zealots could you know, make or break your defense.
Okay, there's 2 Colossi in the back there, but that's all that pretty much exists here for herO. The next is being targeted down. MarineKing is going to take it out. He's going to continue coming forward. The Colossus are a little bit vulnerable. Storm is only halfway done. herO desperately needs that Storm to finish so he can have some of that area of effect damage to use against these Marines and Marauders. MarineKing has too much. He's at 111 to 38 supply. I have no idea how he was able to come back in this game, but hitting a perfect timing here. herO with 3 High Templars who are essentially useless right now with no Storm available. Oh, MarineKing's going to identify it. Those 3 High Templars are going to get taken out. MarineKing charging into his opponent's main base. He's going to take game number 2.
Wow. MarineKing is a bloodthirsty guy, man. Unconventional builds both these games. I think herO is not used to this playstyle. He's like, in theory, Pro League coach tells me it doesn't work, and MarineKing's like, I don't care, I'm going to do it, and even if it's not supposed to work, I'll make it work because, yeah, herO, I feel like herO's not experienced with this style of play.
It's just that MarineKing being so hyper-aggressive, and like a key point of that game was herO had 3 Colossi in his natural expansion. MarineKing didn't have any, I think he had like 2 Vikings, and he's coming forward with a massive Marine Marauder force. All herO had underneath the Colossi really were Stalkers, and that's, you're going to want a good amount of Zealots to try to tank those Marauders, try to tank the Bio Army, keep those Bio units away from your very important, your VIPs in the Colossus, because if you can keep those Colossi alive, you know, you're going to be ahead going forward. But MarineKing did a great job, able to peel off Marauders and actually take down every single Colossi in that engagement, and eventually he was just able to overwhelm his opponent.
One thing I was really impressed by herO in that game is that War Prism Ras. I haven't really seen any Protosses utilize that too much.
A lot of good it did him, Nick.
Well, it did. He killed a lot of SCVs.
Turn his mules.
That's true. I mean, it's herO did lose the game, but I think the War Prism Ras was really effective.
I agree.
I actually, that's something I'm thinking of using in my play, because there's this question with the Photon Overcharge. You can defend 2 bases much easier, but with Medevac speed, it's much harder to take a 3rd base. So that money that you would have invested into that 3rd Nexus, what do you spend it on? It's just minerals. I mean, you can tech, but you have some extra minerals unless you want to get a whole ton of Zealots early. So herO says, I'm going to use the War Prism Ras, and I thought that was really cool. And he did get a lot of kills with that. And
what was really interesting about that, too, is like the patience he showed with it. He had his War Prism ready and waiting with 3 Zealots inside, outside his opponent's main base for a good 2 to 3 StarCraft
He was waiting
minutes.
for MarineKing to move out.
He was waiting for that timing of the Marines, Marauders, Medevacs that pretty much every Terran does to try to pressure the Protoss opponent. And then once he knew that was coming across the map, he knows his opponent's not going to have as many forces back home, and then he tries to take advantage of that by dropping right when that happens. Again, throwing that question to the Terran player. All right, do I retreat? Are my reinforcements enough to deal with this? And just throwing that question to the Terran player can make them hesitate long enough to give you enough time to get Charge out, to give you enough time to get Storm out, to give you enough time to get that 2nd Colossus out, whatever tech route you're going. And another cool thing you can do is incorporate DTs with something like that, which we saw from... Did herO do that? Who did we see that from?
Here.
It might have been herO yesterday.
herO Creator did it against Swords, and I've seen it a lot in the Pro League lately in PvT.
So yeah, really cool play there. A lot we can learn, but in this best of 5, MarineKing is up 2-0. He's playing very impressively so far in the series. He is 1 win away from taking home the title of champion in the MLG Winter Exhibition, and of course 1 win away from taking home $1,000. Guys, stay tuned. Can herO make the comeback? We'll find out in Game 3.